What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Well, I'm seeing something in the market right now that I quite simply just do not like, and that makes absolutely no sense to me. And I was like, you know what? I know it's Christmas, but I have to be honest. I have to show you guys what I see when I see it, even if it may not be good, because that's my duty. That's what I believe my duty is. That's what I'm going to do. And so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you exactly what I'm seeing, why I don't like it per se, why I think it could be a red flag, and well, what I'm doing as a result of it. And so with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into the video. Now, in order for you to understand why what we're seeing today is a red flag, I need to give you some context. Okay, I need to give you a little context. So what we can see here is that the crypto market has been moving very interesting. Over the last couple weeks, of course, we were tracking this ascending channel. As we got towards the top side of this ascending channel the last time, I made a very similar video actually as the one I'm about to make now, where I told you, look, something just doesn't make sense. What we're seeing just does not make sense. Everybody was going 100x long on leverage right here at the top of the ascending channel, even though they knew that there's a 90% chance that Bitcoin's price breaks to the downside of this channel. In a moment like that, when I see everybody going long on leverage, yet there's a huge chance that it pulls back, I was like, oh no, I don't know why people are doing that. That doesn't make sense. I'm not involved with this. And so I actually ended up closing down all of my leverage positions on the short term and the midterm, exactly like I told you, and told you, look, I'm not doing any more trading the rest of the year because I just don't like what's going on. And well, what do you know? Boom, the market starts to pull back. Now, since we of course did get that pullback, what we saw was Bitcoin's price do something very interesting. We came to the downside, we lost the bottom side of that channel, we back tested that channel, we got rejected again, created a double bottom, had a bunch of bullish signs going off yesterday, which was a very good thing, and now we're kind of stalled out back towards the same level that we put in resistance here. So we basically had a breakout, and now we're consolidating in a little bit of a range. Now, generally speaking, this wouldn't be the worst thing ever, right? Maybe we consolidate a little bit, we use this zone of support to continue upwards, maybe it gives us some time, then boom, we try to go upwards. That's what you would somewhat expect. But the issue that I'm having is that's what everybody now thinks is going to happen. And in a moment like this, where we are now seeing crypto back testing this resistance zone at $99,765,000, the $100,000 psychological level, and the bottom side, which we've now flipped into resistance, so a previous point of support that we've already flipped into resistance, meaning we have this resistance, and this resistance sitting directly above us. As we are seeing the Bitcoin price retest this level, everyone is going long on 100x leverage. And I'm like, why are you doing that? That doesn't make sense. And when that happens, it's never a good sign. Yesterday, I was actually bullish because as Bitcoin's price was working its way upwards, we weren't seeing the leverage really picking up. We weren't seeing people opening up huge leverage trades, but we're now starting to see it happen. And you may wonder, well, Tyler, how in the world can you tell that people are opening 100x leverage trades? Well, you can't particularly see where they open them, but what we can see is when the liquidations increase. Now, in yesterday's video, what we did is we actually went over to the liquidation map on coinglass.com. And what we saw was the fact that there were less liquidations to the downside than there were to the upside on basically all time frames. What that means is that more people would get liquidated if the market goes up than if the market goes down, which is a good thing for us bulls. The reason being because the market will typically go where the most liquidations are. The reason I believe that is because I think there are lizard people and their lizard skins who control this market, who can move it a little bit up or a little bit down to manipulate these things to get as many people liquidated and out of crypto as possible. That's my tinfoil hat theory. And so as a result of that, when I start to see liquidations building in either direction, it makes me nervous. This is the exact same data that we used to determine that something weird was going on up here, and it's the exact same signal that's flashing right here. What you can see is that now on the 1 day, the 7 day, and the 30 day, there are billions of dollars in liquidations that have built just in the last 15 hours here to the downside. The red line is Bitcoin's price. Anything to the left are liquidations to the downside. Anything to the right are liquidations to the upside. And do you see how on the 1 day there are now a lot of liquidations to the left? If you look at this red line, this is the total amount. This is the cumulative amount of liquidations to the left. And the green line is the total amount of cumulative liquidations if the price goes up. These are bulls who will get liquidated. These are bears who will get liquidated. And you can see the red line is now higher than the green line on the 1 day. It's roughly even here on the 7 day. And it's worked itself all the way back up here on the 30 day. Guys, this red line was way down here. It got way down here on the 7 day, guys. Just yesterday, it was way down here. And for some reason, over the last 13 hours, everyone started opening up leverage trades. You can see them too. Look, let me just turn off everything except for, look at this. This is just 100x leverage. Look at all these 100x leverage trades. There's so many. Then when you add in 50x, look how many. Then when you add in 10x, look how many. It's crazy how much freaking long trades got open just in the last 13, 14 hours. And I don't like that. Why? Because it doesn't make sense. Why are people opening long trades before we break the range? We are at a resistance zone right here, 100,000. This resistance zone. And yeah, sure, we might continue upwards because there are some liquidations above us up towards 100,000. You know, look, there are some right here. There are a lot of liquidations between now and 101,000. So we might continue a little bit higher. But my issue is that even if we continue higher, the risk is getting higher and higher that we're going to capitulate again down here. And possibly this time, maybe even lower, because I don't know if the bulls are going to have the same energy to try to hold the price here for a third time. And so because of that, although I don't particularly want this to happen, I would like the market to start working its way back upwards. It just is worrying to me or concerning to me when I start to see everybody opening up long leverage trades right under a resistance point, just like they did right here. It does not make sense. And so because of that, I was like, shit, it's Christmas. I want to be jolly and happy, but this is concerning. It's actually concerning. And I don't get concerned very often. But in the short term, over the next week, the rest of this week, it actually concerns me a little bit. Like, man, people are probably getting a bit too ahead of themselves, and they're putting it at risk. They're putting the market at risk of seeing some sort of more massive capitulation to the downside, kind of messing up the Christmas spirit here. And so because of that, although it's not something I particularly want to talk about or even like talking about, because I like to keep it bullish here with you guys as much as I can, I have to be honest with you first. And honestly, I just don't like what I'm seeing. I hope I'm wrong. I hope the market does go up and my bags start pumping and hey, altcoins start going and things are looking good. That'd be great, but the only time will tell. But what I do know is right now I don't like what I'm seeing, quite simply. So as a result of this, guys, I was still already not trading, but I'm really not leverage trading right now. Not in the short term, not in the midterm. I will do some spot buys on some altcoins and stuff if they do continue downwards. Like you see how like HBAR and some of these ones are pulling back. I might do some spot buying on those ones, but outside of that, I ain't doing anything right now because it's not a good look to me. Generally, if we weren't in a macro bull market, I would start opening up some short trades with very tight stop losses that were like $102.5 thousand roughly. My thing is though, I don't like betting against the market during a bull market. I don't like shorting and I don't like selling because I'm expecting to re-enter at lower prices. I don't like doing that because I will almost always lose. So I'm going to just leave it right now. I'm not opening up any leverage long trades by any means. Bad idea in my opinion. But I'm still not going to be trading to the downside either because again, I just don't like betting against the market. So overall, I'm not doing anything. I'm sitting back waiting and watching, but I wanted to show you what's happening right here because it just doesn't make sense. So of course I'll update you over the next couple days as this all does play out, but be stay frosty right now, guys. Stay frosty because what we're seeing right now is getting a little spooky and I just don't know what's going to happen as a result of it, but obviously I'll update you as things do happen. Now I have two things I want to tell you about real quick. First and foremost, if you are someone who does some trading yourself and you do want to start getting in on some leverage and stuff, which I'm not right now, but if you want to, you can check out that BTCC link down below and go claim a 10% bonus on your first time deposit above $500 and below $100,000. So that's available down there for you. The second thing I want you to check out is what we're doing over in the Discord community, which is linked down below. If you join the Discord community, guys, you're going to get access to a bunch of different things like my buy and sell ideas and guidance and some advice, daily live shows. We have insights with different coaches. We have daily technical analysis reports. We have classes that go out on the Fibonacci's, bull market investing, the Bollinger Bands, and much more. We have beginners courses on things like leverage trading and technical analysis and so much more, guys, all of which has created a community that are learning faster than I've ever seen before in my entire life, and they are generating gains after gains after gains. So if you want to be someone who learns all these lessons and takes that lessons and develop a strategy and uses that strategy to make 500% gains, 30% gains, 70% gains, check out that link down below. It is the cost of a Netflix subscription or cheaper every month, either $17 a month or $5 a month. Of course, there is the executive tier, but that is sold out. There are only limited spaces for that, and those are full. We currently have right under 900 members in the community, so come join this community. Start learning today because things are going crazy. But in the meantime, be watching very closely what Bitcoin's doing right now because it's getting a little bit spooky, and of course I'll update you as it all does play out. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Again, I'm sorry that I don't have the most Christmas spirit here, but I just got to be honest with you on the best days and the worst days because that's what my duty is, I believe. And so with that in mind, of course, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I can't wait to see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.